Was Windows Vista really that bad? Let's find out. Windows Vista was released to manufacturing in November 2006, and debuted for sale for consumers on January 30, 2007, and after almost 6 years of development, Microsoft finally released their latest and greatest version of Windows. However, Vista was not met with a great deal of positive connotation. In fact, many users hated it and were critical of the high system requirements at the time. The lack of necessary driver support was also a contributing factor to the critical acclaim it received, due to it breaking some systems, or not working properly, and users who could run it were not able to use the new and revolutionary interface at the time, which was called Aero, a glass-like theme that was in Windows until Windows 8, but because of the high video memory requirements, most machines at the time running XP could not handle Vista's new shiny interface, so users were forced to use the rather horrible-looking Aero Basic, which looks nowhere near as nice as Aero in my opinion, and this put many people off from upgrading. What we see here is quite similar to the current situation we have with Windows 11, although back in the Vista days, we were still making leaps and bounds in terms of development. However, the damage to Vista had already been done before it even got a chance to gain significant market share, making Microsoft rush out their next latest version that would be far more loved and approved of by both businesses and consumers. That is of course Windows 7, released almost 2 years after Vista, and 7 was what Vista was supposed to be, but it was much more stable. Hardware had better developed around 2009. So more PCs could run these newer systems. However, Vista was still used by some people. It just never seemed to have gained significant market share at any time during its lifespan. Mainstream support for Vista ended in 2012, and extended support ended on April 11, 2017, so Vista is officially end of life, which means it's not safe or secure to use online anymore. Users who still use Vista are greatly encouraged to upgrade to the latest version of Windows to continue receiving important updates. So, was Windows Vista really that bad? No, it was not. People just so happened to shit on it excessively. Yes, there were definitely some issues that should have been worked out by both Microsoft and hardware manufacturers. They should have developed the drivers necessary for the new system, and if that had been done, and if Vista was not rushed to market, it could have been overwhelmingly successful, just like its successor, but this was never to be the case, and history seems to be repeating itself as we are now in a somewhat chaotic situation somewhat reminiscent of this with Windows 11's whole hardware fiasco, except this time, Microsoft are actively forcing users to upgrade and purchase new hardware, but you can tell that Vista was somewhat similar in this regard, as Microsoft really wants their users on the latest and greatest version of Windows, at the current time, and Vista in my opinion was revolutionary for its time, especially considering the new aesthetics introduced with it. It also made life easier in general when it came to searching for files or programs, and the user account control is something we still take for granted today, so Vista paved a good path for Windows, but it was not appreciated by the consumer market or the business market. Most people stuck with XP, and once 7 came out, that was all the rage. 7 became really popular when XP hit its end of life in April 2014, so while Vista was actually revolutionary, many decided to pass it and let it fall by the wayside, which is why it is considered to be a bad release of Windows. If only people could have appreciated what they had, and not everyone hated Vista. In fact, many praised its new interface, features and functionality, and a lot of people who had the right hardware and appropriate drivers did not have any issues running it. It's just that the majority of PCs on the market at the time were not ready for Vista, so many manufacturers continued to sell XP machines, although you may know that there was a misleading sticker often seen on PCs saying Vista capable, which would trick people into thinking they could run Vista, when in fact the hardware barely supported it. No wonder Vista's reputation was so bad not even halfway through the year. What did you think of Vista? Was it good or bad in your opinion? Let us all know down in the comments section below. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Bye for now.